shrouds, louder the terror wings they sound. Tear the veil, the lies you veil. Purity ever will prevail. Trumpet sound, the shining crown. Halos and truth now they surround. The shade comes down.
And we're live. Oh, that sounded horrible. Oh, hello, Mike here, Dezaras Prime, back with another Transformers review. This one goes out to a lovely lady by the name of GemmaThor, if that is your real name, cause nicknames. She likes Wolverine. I have a transforming Wolverine. I said I would do a review for her because she is poorly, bless her. No one likes being poorly. And so, I be here doing a review of it always seems to take longer to smoke when I'm on camera. But I digest. I be here doing a review of Marvel Transformers crossovers Wolverine. Now, this guy has his faults, as most of the Marvel line do, but this guy is probably one of the better in terms of, well, specifically his robot mode. And the one like Spider-Man, his legs fall off when you try and transform him, one of them just pops off. Iron Man has little articulation in his legs. Hulk's a good one. Alright, Hulk was my first, and that's probably my favourite, what I've got. I've only got 4, it's one of the smaller branches of my collection, these Marvel dudes. Unlike the Star Wars ones, there are no little minifigure pilots, there's not even cockpits for them. That's not a loss, really. But yeah, there he is in his truck mode, because I don't know fuck all about vehicles. And that he's got tyres on the back, so I'm guessing it'd be some sort of off-road car type thing. He goes brum brum well on a flat surface. I don't have a flat surface on my person. That sounds really weird. But yeah, he is. He's got his yellow and blue colour scheme. He a few nice other little paint apps. You've got some whites on the grille and grey top lights, and nice chrome features on the wheels. Here, the whole pattern thing, it looks a bit. That paint looks like that diagonal angle looks like it should have been a bit lower, because it kind of saws off into this top bit here and leaves that bit a bit on its own. It's a minor complaint, but you know, the Marvel crossovers line was not one of the highest revered. So gonna transform this fella if I can remember how. Right, with the tyres at the back, you're supposed to flip them around, but it just tends to come up. So you put the fake tyres that you can't replace to the wayside for now. Then you're gonna flip up these panels. I'm gonna see if I can get this in the right order. I don't follow instructions very often. I'll probably use them once. Bend that. Bring these things up. Then what you need to do, I think, you know, you need to do something. Right. Split his legs would be a good idea as well. I haven't. This, you know, it's been on my shelf for the longest time. I have only just now transformed him into his vehicle mode, so I can do my usual routine of transforming from vehicle to robot, because I really don't have the patience to do robot to vehicle. I'll try it one day, maybe. It could be a challenge. Pick any review I've done and challenge me to transform it from robot to vehicle. Please choose Power Master Prime or Soundwave. Yeah, right. I've got it. Yes, those bits there, you need to pull them out. Oh, the lights are on rubber. You've got to be careful. Just, you know, pull it out. Be careful with the lights because they are a pain in the ass. You can do this in a different order if you want. Pull the grill down, lift those up. Probably makes it so much easier. Then you're gonna pull the arms out, which then frees up the legs. You need to... I'll just bang them back in position. No, I won't. But there's these little things here, the flappy things on the back, the mud flaps, whatever. And then you just pull his legs around, like so. And then on the underside, his feet, you pull them out. I should rehearse these things, methinks. Right. Now, what you do is, there's a tab there on his waist. And what you do is, you pull it out, then you rotate the waist, and then swivel it around, and there is, on the underside of his vehicle mode, another hole there, which said tab will plug into. It's a neat little transformation trick, that. I think it beats the whole pull his front bit down and it becomes his chest. There's a nice little routine there. Okay, cool. And then you just push the grill back in. Now this bit, you need good nails, or bad nails. Pull that bit up, and if you pull it back far enough without breaking it, you can... It pretty much lifts part of the head up. It's not an automorph feature, I don't think. But there is his head. Now, the arms, you turn around like that. Then you pull down, and then push his bicep, tricep, top arm bit up. And then the same again with the other bicep, tricep, top arm. Then what you do is you just... I don't think that tab's on. Oh, it does. What do you know? Yes. Little square hole tab. You need to pull it back and then push it, and it tabs in nicely like that. You can leave them hanging freely if you're not that fussed. And then just push his wheels in. You pretty much got his robot mode. Oh, this bit. You need to push them under. Now, one of the flaws, one of the problems I encountered with this is that those bits in both robot and vehicle mode they didn't peg in so good. I found myself actually having to... You can't see it. You can there. That peg should be bigger. I had to chew it off. I had to just sink my teeth in and chew the fucker off because it just wouldn't stay in. And that was a hindrance for robot and vehicle mode. Yeah, so once they're tucked under, you need to just push that down like that on his back. Then you take his fake wheels that can't be replaced anywhere and put them up like so. There we have him in his robot mode, which is cool. I think he is one of the better Marvel Transformers. He's not bad. He has little buttons on here so he can extend his claws. However, there's the claws are one singular unit, molded to look like three, so you can't do the middle claw to Cyclops or threaten a cat. Well, you could, I suppose. So this be Wolverine, bub, decked out in his comic book cartoon colours. I think they did the orange and brown one or something. I would have liked to have seen a movie version with the black, just a little hints of colouring, and with a different head sculpt. But that's just me. His head sculpt is pretty nice. One thing about these crossovers, they do have a tendency, a good tendency, when they are showing what would be organic pieces on the normal ones, they have a good knack of making them seem cybernetic. His beard, for example, you can't quite see it, but it does have some nice little cybernetic touches. It's like Chewbacca's hair, his fur, on the Millennium Falcon. They made his fur mane into cables and stuff, and I do dig that. Obviously, with ones like Iron Man, you can make concessions and that, or ones that are costumed, because, well, you don't really have to do much to them. But when there is organic, or facial hair, or something along those lines, which would be organic, it's good that they considered that. His points of articulation, his arms can go a full 360. He has a double jointed elbow, because you can he's got that bit, you can have it like that, or you can have it like that. I tend to have it somewhere in between, kind of like meet you halfway sort of thing. His waist does swivel and is quite capable of knocking microphones off chairs. So yeah, his waist swivels full 360. There's no articulation in his hands. His head doesn't move that well, actually. It's limited by his surroundings, the shoulders and the back and stuff. It can only go at about a 45-degree angle. But at least there's some there. His legs can come out and they're nicely ratcheted. Oh, listen to those clicks. And they go back and forward. They do bend at the knees. Feet go up and down. That's the transformation, really. And that's pretty much all there is to say about this guy. He's got his nice little X-Men logo on his waist as well. Nice little touch. They could have left that off. All in all, he's pretty decent. He's not the best I've got, he's not the worst I've got. He's one of the best Marvels, but I've only got 4. So he's at the midpoint. It's probably him. Is it 4? Spider-Man, Hulk, Iron Man, 4. Yes, 4. He'd probably be second behind Hulk, but ahead of Iron Man, who's ahead of Spider-Man. So yeah, that about does it for Marvel Transformers crossovers, X-Men crossovers, Wolverine. Again, not bad. He is not brilliant. I'm not going to gush about him. He's nice and blocky and stuff, but there are awkward bits and there are points where you just think, fuck this, I'm going to bite it off. This has been Dezaras Prime. I'll be back with another review It depends on my schedule. I've reviewed Primus, Cybertron Primus, but I haven't uploaded it yet at the time of this. I'll try and get that up first, but in that review I said I'd do Unicron next, or someone else. This will go up first. Soundwave, that's what I was going to do. Soundwave or Drift. I will do them as well. And yeah, I've got another one. The next review I'm actually going to film is a Lego DC one, which is going to be something nice and relaxing because there's no transformations, no frustrations or anything unless the Lego decides to cave in on itself. This is Dezaras Prime. I hope you're feeling well soon, GemmaThor, if that is your real name. You shall see me next time.